If you live in Colorado and you're thinking about protecting your retirement savings with physical gold, this video will walk you through exactly how a gold IRA works and what people in Colorado should know before getting started. Especially if you're retired or approaching retirement. In Denver, around the Federal Center, working in the military or aerospace industries in Colorado Springs, or part of the tech and startup scene in Boulder. Before we continue, I want to be clear that this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered tax, legal, or financial advice. I've done my best to present accurate information from reliable sources, but everyone's situation is different, so you should always speak with a qualified professional before making any decisions about your retirement savings. As I was researching this topic, I leaned heavily on educational materials from firms that specialize specifically in gold IRAs, including Augusta Precious Metals. They focus a lot on investor education rather than hype, which is helpful when you're dealing with something as serious as retirement planning. I'll leave a link to their free educational guide in the description below if you want more details. A lot of Coloradans are looking into gold IRAs because retirement in this state comes with unique challenges that make traditional savings vulnerable. To retire comfortably in Colorado, most estimates suggest you'll need around $75,742 per year. That's considerably higher than the national average, and it's mainly due to housing costs. While Colorado households often have a high average net worth, many senior households, particularly those relying on Social Security or a PARA pension, have median incomes closer to $22,000 per year. That leaves a significant gap between what retirees have and what they realistically need to maintain their lifestyle. Housing costs are one of the biggest pressures. In the Front Range corridor, including Denver, Aurora, and Lakewood, rent and property prices are roughly 35 to 40% higher than the national average. Even retirees who own their homes outright often face high property taxes, insurance, and maintenance costs. Downsizing doesn't always solve the problem, because prices are elevated almost everywhere along the Front Range. Energy costs are another concern, with winter heating bills spiking unpredictably, which can quietly erode purchasing power for retirees on fixed incomes. On top of that, Colorado's Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, or TABOR, keeps taxes low, but can create uncertainty about state services during downturns, prompting many to consider self-reliant assets like gold to protect their wealth from volatility. One important clarification is that gold IRAs are federal accounts governed by IRS rules. The same laws apply across all states, including Colorado. The IRS sets the requirements for which types of precious metals qualify for a retirement account under Internal Revenue Code, Section 408N, how the accounts are structured, and where the metals must be stored. While the process is the same nationwide, Colorado residents often have specific questions about taxes, rollovers, and storage because of the state's unique income tax system and history with mining and precious metals. Most Coloradans who open a gold IRA are rolling over funds from existing retirement accounts rather than starting from scratch. One of the largest groups comes from the Colorado Public Employees Retirement Association, or PARA, which serves over 650,000 members, including teachers, state troopers, snowplow drivers, and judges. Many PARA members also have PARA Plus, 401k, or 457 plans, which are fully exposed to market risk, making them a common source of funds rolled into gold IRAs. Another significant group comes from employees at the Denver Federal Center, which houses 28 federal agencies and approximately 6,200 employees, as well as personnel from NORAD and the U.S. Air Force Academy. These individuals often rely on the Thrift Savings Plan, or TSP, for retirement savings. Finally, Colorado's aerospace and tech sectors contribute a notable share. Engineers from companies like Lockheed Martin and Littleton, Ball Aerospace in Boulder, and tech professionals in the Denver Tech Center frequently have high-balance 401ks concentrated in volatile tech and defense stocks. prompting them to explore gold as a way to diversify risk. Here's how buying a gold IRA works, step by step. The first step is opening a self-directed IRA with an IRS-approved non-bank custodian. These custodians specialize in alternative assets and ensure your account follows IRS regulations. The second step is funding the account, typically through a direct rollover or transfer from an existing IRA, 401k, 403b, 457 plan, or TSP. Using a direct trustee-to-trustee rollover is critical because it avoids the mandatory 20% IRS withholding tax and prevents unintended taxable events. The third step is selecting IRS-approved investment-grade metals. Gold must meet a minimum purity of 0.995, and silver must meet a minimum purity of 0.999. The gold is owned by the IRA, not by you personally, and it must be stored in an IRS-approved depository under the custody of the account. Colorado has some unique advantages when it comes to investing in gold. One of the most important is the state sales tax exemption on coins and precious metal bullion, sometimes called the coin rule. Unlike other states that require a minimum purchase amount to qualify for the exemption, Colorado broadly exempts monetized bullion and investment-grade metals from sales tax. This means when you purchase gold through a gold IRA rollover, you avoid paying the 2.9% state sales tax, plus local taxes that could reach up to 8% in Denver. On the other hand, Colorado has a flat state income tax of roughly 4.4%. That means any profits you realize from selling gold are subject to both federal capital gains taxes and the state's flat tax. Because of this, Roth Gold IRAs can be particularly attractive in Colorado. Paying the taxes up front allows future growth and distributions to remain tax-free, protecting your retirement savings from ongoing state taxation. Colorado also has a long mining heritage, reflected in an 1893 law declaring gold and silver coins legal tender for state debts. While mostly symbolic today, it reflects the state's sound money culture and deep ties to precious metals. So holding a portion of retirement savings in physical gold can help offset erosion in purchasing power over time. For many Coloradans, gold provides a way to partially step outside the state's economic volatility while staying within a regulated retirement framework. It's not about betting everything on gold, it's about balance, risk management, and long-term stability in a high-cost, high-tax environment. A gold IRA generally makes sense for people who are closer to retirement and focused on preserving what they've already built. This could be a para-retiree concerned about pension solvency, or someone with a Western independence mindset who prefers assets outside the banking system. It's not suitable for day traders or people trying to get rich quickly. Gold is about long-term preservation of purchasing power, hedging against market risk, and protecting retirement savings from inflation and volatility. For those in Colorado Springs with military backgrounds, or Denver retirees who have worked in high-tech sectors, gold offers a way to reduce exposure to market swings while maintaining a solid, federally compliant retirement strategy. If you want to learn more, Augusta Precious Metals offers a free educational guide that explains how gold IRAs work, the potential risks and fees, and whether this type of strategy makes sense for your situation. The guide also walks through the rollover process, storage logistics, and how Colorado's tax rules apply to precious metals, helping you understand how gold might fit into a broader retirement plan. There's no obligation, it's purely informational. You can click the link in the description box below this video to grab the free guide with more information.